House Anthems presents a singer-songwriter, performer and podcaster who's quickly making her mark, blending dance music with pop, soul, funk and R&B influences with powerhouse vocals and infectious energy. She shared stages with DJs, performing the timeless classics, and is now bringing her unique sound to one of the world's fastest growing music scenes. Welcome to arguably the most positive person on your social feed right now. Sam K's on House Anthems. Welcome to House Anthems. Sam K.
Oh, what an introduction. Honestly, that's made me a bit emotional. Thanks for that, darling. Thanks for having me. Sammy K in the house.
How are you?
I'm not too shabby. I can't complain. The sun's shining and what a great opportunity. So thank you for having me, Dips. This is going to be a vibe, honey. Let's go. Can you feel it? It's going to be fun.
This is class. You've had a hot summer. You've had a hot year, really.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little bit of an insight what the life of Sam K is right now. How would you describe it?
Well, it's a bit eventful. I'm always on the go. You know, I'm currently still singing with the DJs. We've got our first gig in Ibiza. Well, my first singing gig in Ibiza. So I'm super excited about that. That's going to be on the 6th, little shameless plug here, at Endless. It's a pool party. I've never actually been there before. And then also on the Catamaran on the Saturday, the 7th of August. So that's, again, all
that's
tickets.
on a boat.
Yeah, I'm on a boat.
That's going to be
so fun. And then singing with a band at 1812, if you are in Bournemouth and you actually know what that is. And then a little beach club called El Marino every other Friday with a DJ. But I'm also doing some radio presenting as well. So that's all quite new. I'm still in training because there's a lot of buttons there that I'm like, And of course, the podcast, working on that. But I'm also a coach. So I do the PT and the life coaching, but mainly a female empowerment coach. So to all you divas out there, I'm sharing that good energy. You got this. Let's go.
How do you feel doing everything? You know, I've talked about this on interviews as well, about this multiverse that we all have as creatives in this day and age, because we can, obviously, with social media, the tools that we've got compared to what people had, 40, 50 years ago. It's a gift. How do you feel with the tools that we've got with social media and everything, really, to do everything that you're doing? Is it easy? Is it stressful? How is it? How do you cope?
Well, I'm so guilty for getting distracted. You know, if you've got your fingers in too many pies, then it's hard to channel that energy in one direction. But it's difficult as a creative because you're passionate and you love so many different things, right? But now I'm just in a place where actually, what is your North Star? So sometimes if you do go off on a wee bit of a tangent, and my North Star is making music, it's singing, it's performing, it's writing music, and it's getting to perform that as Sammy K rather than as, because I'm in a tribute. Can you tell? It's a wee bit of Tina Turner going on there. And I love the divas, Chaka Khan, Diana Ross, Whitney, Shirley Bassey, Lulu, Shout. That's another number that I love, Aretha Franklin. But what a feeling to go on as Sam K. So, and that's in the making because I've only got 4 tracks out there. So if I could get enough, that would be the North Star. And if you are a creative and you like a lot of things, I think maybe you can do it all, but maybe prioritize 1, 2, or maybe a little third one there.
Oh,
it's hard though.
Do you know what? I'm going to touch base the names, the golden names that you've said, and there's plenty of other golden names as well. What's it like renditioning for them? Have you renditioned them at your gigs? And how did that influence come about in your younger days?
Oh, come on. We grew up to those divas, and MJ and all of those.
So was there a lot of that music in the house?
Not really. My parents aren't musical at all or into fitness. I don't know where I got it from. They're very Sri Lankan. They're very cultured, they very educated background, and they just wanted me to go to university, and I did get into Napier University to study pure maths, but I also got into drama school. So yeah, I was going to be a maths teacher. Can you imagine?
Wow.
But I had to prove my grades, as the Asian
you
culture
could have been on
is.
Countdown.
And I was like, but Dad, I want to be a pop star, actually. And it's 20 years later.
It's pronounced maths, darling.
Maths, darling. Imagine me. So yeah. And yeah, 20 years later. But they were always very supportive. but I'm still chasing that dream.
So
and
where
I
did
think
music come from then? If you're saying you
never
come from a
give up.
household where it wasn't very musically orientated, then where did it come from? Obviously, your background, raised in Scotland.
Yeah, born
Yeah.
and bred in Dundee. You know, some call it Scumdee, but I call it Fundy. And you know, Dundee. I'm so proud to be Scottish, and you know, it's humbled me being from Dundee. You know, it's
Big culture.
Yeah,
Big culture.
keeps me grounded being from Dundee, and yeah, I'm very proud of my roots, but also my Sri Lankan background. But I don't connect with that culture as much. You know, I wish I did. Where did the music come from? Probably just school and growing up, and you know, I've always played guitar and tried to write music. It wasn't very good back in the day, but I've always saw creating music as like an outlet for any things you experience, trauma, breakups, you know. It's just
a vessel
a
of
great
expression, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And then you get to achieve this little piece of music that you've put your heart into. I think it's a magical journey, as you know, and that's. I'm keen to hear more of your story as well. I know it's you interviewing me, but I want to hear more about you and your story too. So.
We'll make that happen.
Yeah,
100%. So, at what point was it for you when you did started singing, and it was actually, I think I've got something here. Like, yeah, you know, you have that dream, I want to be a pop star, and then you start vocaling, you start, you know, doing little covers, writing records in your bedroom or you know wherever you were, and then it's like, no, I'm onto something here. Was there a point where I was like, I'm onto something? I think this is the pop star Sammy K. What point was it in your life that you felt I genuinely want to take this into a serious career?
It's such a hard question, actually, because I think I did my first singing solo thing in a tent at school. I was about 7 years old. I sang this like African song that we learned, and then doing like the choir growing up, and then training musical theatre at the Glasgow Academy of Musical and Theatre Arts. And then I think from then I was like, no, I want to act, sing and dance, but it was always acting, then singing, then I thought I had two left feet, and I was like an actor singer who moves. But now I love dancing, and I teach this female empowerment dance class, and they get a little concert too. I'll crack some jokes in between. They're like, is this a concert? Is this a fitness class? Is this a dance class? Is this a comedy? What's going on? And I've got all of these. Some of the average age is like 70, and I've got them slut dropping to Donna Summer hot stuff. And that's what brings me so much joy. So another great question is to ask yourself when you do go off on a little tangent of, because we've all had those, you know, what am I doing with my life moments? And that's okay. But, you know, asking yourself what really brings you the most joy and fulfillment. And it might not monetize straight away, but if you know, keep at it, which is advice to myself, I'm going to get distracted, you know, it will happen. So...
How do you want people to connect with you when you're performing?
Yeah, just it's about vibes. Energy is infectious, you know, and, you know, if I'm having a good time, you're going to feel that love and you're going to be enjoying it as well. Same when I'm teaching my karaoke spin class. Like, I'm there, I'm singing, I'm having a great time. It's one of my favorite classes to teach. And you, like, if you watch someone awkward, say, for example, a stand-up, and if they fuck up or they're awkward, you feel that awkward energy, don't you? They're just like, don't give a fuck and just living their best life. And if they do fumble and they make a joke of it, like people buy people, and people really connect with relatability. And if someone's having a great time, you feel that energy. So I want people to enjoy music, dance, but also see me like the happiest I am from performing, sharing the stage with whoever it is.
I mean, I did say, you know, you're probably one of the most positive person on people's social media feeds, right?
Love that.
Where did this energy come from? Did this come naturally to you, or did you go through certain experiences where this is like, I'm just in my happy era? Because I know, like, you know, talking deeper into things about happiness and things like that. I know, as you said, music is a vessel for expression. Happiness can also be an escapism, right? How do you define happiness in your life? And where did it come from? Because I know it's like a deeper rooted thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the music brings it out. And I know like the Michael Jackson movie as
He's
well.
Italian now. Music is bringing it out. Okay. Well, it is a deep question, but, I have this perspective and I'm very blessed and lucky to have that angle because, people say you're either a glass is half full or a glass is half empty kind of gal. And honey, I'm just happy I got a glass because I'll fill my own cup up. Just be grateful for the basics. And I have this morning routine that I've done for about 15 years. And people are forgetting that they have to prime their mindset in the morning. Your inner dialogue is so important. So is that your best friend and your hype girl? Or is it your worst critic? And are those voices full of doubt and worry? And I think when people actually it's this Tony Robbins video actually. It's got gratitude in it. You've got a little bit of breath work. You imagine a white light coming through your crown chakra, through your heart chakra, cleansing your whole body out through your root chakra. There's things, and Michael McConaughey, and I love this. You're in your bed, your alarm's just gone off, and you say in your head, great things keep happening to me, great things keep happening to me, great things keep happening to me. And you will visualize all of the great things that are going to happen to you, that you're going to manifest. That call from Dipsy saying, do you want to come down for an interview in London? That call from your producer saying, we've made you a house, an Afro house track. Get down to the studio, like for example, but those things have just happened in the last 24 hours and I am in my element just now. But you have to visualize, like the footballers.
Thoughts become flesh.
Yeah, Conor McGregor, he was getting all those bills to the door, eviction notices. He's like, one day, and he was certain exactly where he was going to go. If you can have that level of certainty and self-belief,
also that level of obsession,
exactly.
I think that's what's quite it's quite a common denominator with creatives. We have this obsession of the thing that we love doing. You can't, if you explain to someone, it's a little bit like, what are you talking about? It's something deep rooted, and this is what I love about interviewing as well, talking to people with different creatives, where it comes from, because it's not just something that's plucked out of thin air, or I can do this and I can do that. There's a really deep foundation to it. A lot of artists that and people, sport athletes as well, like you said, the whole manifesting, but also affirming the visions. Like visions they're so underrated. We think, I just thought of it, but visions are so highly connected.
Yeah,
I've made tracks where I was in a shower and I just hummed a little bass line in my head. I was like, this sounds quite funky. This is quite cool. And then I mapped it out, and then it got played out in various clubs and venues. I'm thinking, that just came from a shower. Man. It's so true.
That.
And I think MJ said it in one of his interviews, wasn't it? It was just like, where did the Billie Jean idea come from? Like, where did that bass line? He goes, I'm up there. I don't know, just up there. And it's mad because it's true. Sometimes it's just, as you said, you're in your element and things happen, or you get that phone call, you get that idea, you get that vocal in your head, you get a lyric that you thought, actually I could do this. All of a sudden now you've got a record and it's out in the universe. So it is crazy. It really is.
I love that. And it's almost like channeling.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you trust your intuition, and I always talk about your highest version of yourself, or the wise women, or it's just relatable to guys as well. But when I'm doing my coaching, and I'm like, that lioness in you, that warrioress, we are forgetting to tap in to that version of us, because sometimes if you're not doing your morning routine, for example, you're letting your day run you. You don't run your day. If you're waking up and you go straight onto your emails, or you go straight into a scroll, your subconscious mind is allowing the external noise to start your day. And then we are all addicted to dopamine. And then throughout the day, you'll need all that dopamine. Whereas and I love all those apps, the Breathe app, the Headspace, the Calm. On my Breathe app, it's just wake up with gratitude, then wake up with intention. And then I will read a mission statement with my identity as the present tense. So I'm Sammy K. I'm touring the world. as a, oh my God, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, because, you know, when it happens, not if, you know, as Sammy K singing at house banging events in Ibiza, wherever it is, in Dubai, Australia, Bali, you know, with the crew, you know, whatever it is you want to create, write it in your mission statement as if it's happening now, and embody all of those feelings and those qualities of how grateful and excited that is that you've manifested. You manifested that #1 podcast, for example, and oh wow, how does that feel to be making an impact and inspiring people all over the world, people recognizing you for your gift, for your talents, for your warmth as well, because that's what it is. Connection is my highest value, and we get to do that through speaking and music.
Exactly. 100%. Something you manifested in your life as well is your experience in Dubai.
Yes.
Tell me about Dubai.
I mean,
how did it first of all come about? How did it all happen first?
I love Southeast Asia. I'd never been to Dubai. So I've been blessed to do online coaching and helping women step into their most powerful goddess, confident version of themselves through fitness, elevated mindset, and habits. But I get to do that online through my online program. And I did that in Bali for a year while it was locked down. So it was fairly easy to get clients because the gym was closed. So I kept going to Bali, 4 winters in Bali, 4 winters in Thailand. I was like, come on, stop being such a basic bitch. Do you want to try somewhere new? And I thought, oh, what's this Dubai like? I was like, I don't know, you know, I'm very spiritual, I'm very warm, you know, I want to meet other like-minded, humble, genuine, kind, grounded, fun, a little bit crazy. And I was like, but no, I need to go South Asia for my vibe, for my tribe. I was like, no, your vibe attracts your tribe. And I was like, I always meet nice people wherever I go and authentic people wherever I go, because that's who I am. So you're going to like attracts like. So that's your frequency. I was like, no, I'm going to take a risk. Decided to move to Dubai for, I thought I'll trial 6 months. Didn't know anyone. And
Best way sometimes. Just land.
Just pack my bags.
Land
off
and find
you go.
your feet.
But I did put a little Insta story saying, by the way, I'm Billy No Mates. Don't know a single person in Dubai. Is anyone in Dubai, or does anyone know anyone in Dubai that's sound, good egg, that we can connect? And a couple of people said, I've got a friend out there, meet up with this girl. And then another girl that I did like a bikini bodybuilding, like the one with the feathers. Like 8 years ago, she was out there, and still both of them are my really good friends today. And then they introduced me to their friends. You just meet people. And it was amazing. And then I managed to get some cool singing gigs. Sang at STK for New Year's Eve, which was, they dressed me up as like a drag queen. It was
that looked wicked by that event.
Oh, maddest outfit, shoulder puffs, like a drag outfit, like a mirror dress with these sparkly boots. And yeah, that was great. I mean, I sang 10 songs and got like equivalent to £2,000, and I was like, oh, I could get used to, because the opportunity out there is good. Obviously that was New Year's Eve, so that was a bit different, but there was ups and downs, there was tears, you know. They took a long time to pay me, and you know, it was hard that first time. Then I was like, oh, it's fine. I went back home for the summer, and then I came out on holiday, and then I kind of accidentally got this fitness job. Oh, that beach. So on the Palm, there's an outdoor gym. That
yes,
iconic,
I saw on that. Yeah,
unreal. Such a cool setup, and I was doing strength and conditioning classes and little wellness retreats, and it was amazing. And then I was singing at the brunches as well, and I was happy. I was like, oh, you know, have a family out here. And then those bloody missiles had to come along, but hey, it is what it is. And the vibe just changed. It was kind of given COVID 2.0. It was very eerie on the Palm. So the Palm is so busy, right? And I worked at the 5, and it was just dead. And then I was singing at the 5 and JBR doing my brunches, and then they were getting cancelled and things. But I know it's obviously like a lot better now, but my mum was freaking out, being the little Asian she is, only child, you know, and my dad was in hospital. And I thought, you know, go back home, focus on the music, because I could have sang at those brunches forever and done the fitness thing, but that's not mine. Do you know? Like, this is yours. This is your baby. And obviously we did the podcast out there, which was creative. And now I'm really, happy and grateful. I got to connect with the girl, Hayley, who I met the girl, Lisa, from the bodybuilding thing.
Oh,
so
nice.
People are all connected. And I got so close with her. I'd said to her, how do you know Lisa? And she was like, she introduced us. I was like, totally forgot. So yeah, long story short, I still love Dubai. I still rate Dubai. I would still go back on my holidays. But the music scene and growing as an artist, you got to be in London.
Oh,
Gotta
really?
I feel like you got to be in the UK.
How does it differ?
Well, it's not. It's just completely different, isn't it? It's, I don't really know.
What sort of vibe would you describe when you first started gigging out there? Did you instantly feel like, I kind of see why Dubai is how it is, why London is how it is? You see the differences. What was going through your head?
I don't know. You wouldn't. I mean, obviously, you get big artists. They are performing in the big venues, but if you're an upcoming new artist, I don't know if Dubai's where you would do that. You would do that in your home country, especially if you're British, right?
Yeah.
So
unless you know anyone, that's it's that as well, isn't it?
Well, exactly. It's not what you know; it's who you know.
To an extent, yeah.
But some of the talent out there was amazing, and I love Dubai because you were surrounded with this go-getter attitude. And again, you become the 5 people you associate the most with, right? And I always say this, I said this on my podcast. So if you're hanging out with 5 crackheads, you're probably going to be the 6th. Do you know? And it is so true. So, choose your friends wisely.
It's true, 100%.
And, the more you hang out with the people that inspire you, your podcasters or, property owners, millionaires, speakers, bodybuilders, people that are really into their fitness, you will just follow suit because it's your environment. So that's super powerful. And I loved, like, some of my friends out there, they were just badass, super humble and stunning, but badass boss bitches. I had a friend that was a pilot for Emirates, stunning. And a lot of my other friends, I mean, they all had the Porsches, the Range Rovers, and
standard, isn't it?
I was just getting my little Hala taxi because I'm like, I'm not quite there yet.
You got a lift.
I was like, can you pick me up, babe? Exactly. But no, you can't do things for cheap out there because a lot of things are free for girls with all the apps. So, little free note there. We got some, there's loads of apps.
What would you tell yourself if you had to move to Dubai again?
Again, it's all the consistency thing, isn't it, with life? Don't give up so quickly.
Do you get why there's this hype about it? Because obviously, there is a lot of clickbaity things about it, but then there's a reality behind it as well. Obviously, speaking with you now, a previous guest as well, content creator out in a UAE, and it's that thing where what you think it is, what it actually is. There's always going to be that in every country. Holiday is different to reside in it. Do you get why there is that hype and there is that awe of, oh my God, Dubai? But actually, in reality, it is really a lifestyle. Yeah, there is more luxury, more access to luxury. As you said, more perks as well. Is it that? Do you get this hype about, in the Western world, how we're being told about Dubai? Is it differently broadcasted, how Dubai is out there and that Southeast Asia sort of area compared to how it's broadcasted here? Is it just a hype, or is it something that people need to kind of see, realistically, see above the hype a little bit?
Yeah, and I think
as us creators, we all love to perform there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But, everyone's different. It depends what you like, what your passions are, what your industry is. Because as a content creator, a singer, a fitness person, oh my goodness, it's like there's something for everyone. If you want to just go out there and party and do the brunches, which I also enjoyed, but I loved all the wellness events. There was so many, and if you're teetotal as well, there's so many different. There was this incredible coffee rave Sunday 10 till 2, you get a cup of coffee and you go dance. And you're like, I'm sorry, what? And it was such a vibe that, like, such an electric vibe, and everybody's just sober. You can really be free. And I know people are like, oh, but it's all about Instagram, and, you know, people care about what they think too much. And I was like, not everyone. So there's still people that are going out and just having fun that actually just don't give a shit and just actually there for the connection. But I did miss nature. Obviously, I was in the sea a lot. But recently, this week, we've been doing this place called Blue Water. I live 5 minutes from like sandbanks, and it has just been so many nature things that you forget. Oh, actually, nature is so healing. It's so wholesome. You can really feel grounded in nature, and that's obviously not what Dubai. There's no nature apart from when you're in the sea. But I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful place, and I think it's worth having a nosy.
Absolutely. Acting, podcasting, health and fitness is big in your world as well. How has acting influenced you? How did that come about?
Well, actually, now I'm doing the speaking with this type of speaking and the radio presenting, and I'm doing this other TikTok opportunity. I forgot how crucial my acting journey, going to drama school, and how the confidence from not being shy in front of the camera and just allowing yourself to flow without getting in your head too much has been really helpful to be versatile to all these different roles that I seem to be doing now. So
you have been on TV shows before.
Yes, we have.
Has that
dabbled with a few TV shows. And yeah, I'm just a
has
guest
that helped?
girl.
Has that helped? You know, with exposure mentally as well, because sometimes it can hit you as a bus hitting your face. You know, it can hit you.
Yeah.
How was it for you when you did get that exposure?
You know, I was quite
was
lucky.
you like, yeah, this is me, bring it on?
This was fun. I was lucky I didn't have a lot or negative, because, you know, that could really affect someone's mental
health. It could
health.
spiral you.
Yeah,
but it could lift you to new heights, right?
I think I had this one thing that made me laugh. He was just like, whatever, you're only a Z-lister. And I was like, at least I'm on the list or something. But that was obviously years ago. So yeah, 2013, it was Britain's Got Talent. And I thought I'd combine a little bit of singing with a few jokes, because I've got some dad jokes. I've got some impressions that we may share. And Simon Cowell was like, I feel like you rehearsed in a tumble dryer, because it was all over the place, because I'm a little bit all over the place with, you know, a bit of comedy, a bit of singing. And then because I sang Tina Turner, Proud Mary, and I was in the tumble dryer, I was like, rolling. Anyway, 2014, I did X Factor, and Cheryl Cole says, I think you'd be a better comedian than you are singer. I was like, tell me something I don't know, love. Mel B
just
was
flipping
like,
the script is hilarious.
do you know what I mean? Mel B was like, Sam, you would be like me, mate. I'd go out for drinks with you. I started walking off stage. I was like, Mel, should we just grab that wine now, or? And Louis was like, well, Sam, you've definitely got the look. You've definitely got the personality. It's a shame you don't have the voice. I was like, you bastard. No, I didn't say that. But that was quite hilarious.
Did you actually get to spend time with the judges? Like offset? Did you get
No.
No. What about like coaching sessions and things like that? Do they get to hear you and things like that? How does that work? Is it just a one-time thing? You just see them and then that's it?
You do 3 auditions before you even meet the judges.
Oh, do you?
That
Okay.
was for Britain's Got Talent and for X Factor. And I did 9 auditions before I got onto Big Brother.
Oh, really?
So yeah, but I made it to the last day of Big Brother, so the final of Big Brother, and that was 60 days, and that was nuts. But I loved it, and like I came across normal, which says a lot about the people in there. But that was really fun. So obviously after X Factor, I was like, oh, that's a shame, you know, not so much of a voice, but, you know, hell of a personality. I'm joking. And my friends were like, he's like, I'm applying for Big Brother for you. So my friend did the audition part, And then actually it was just a video of me on the back of a moped. No, I was on the moped and my friend Leanne was on the back in Thailand, and it wasn't even, you're meant to send a video of why you think you'd be a good housemate, but I just got back from traveling and I didn't have any memory, so I just sent this like stupid video. And then that was actually a really fun experience. But I'll be honest, I was just wanting exposure because I would love to, make it as an artist. And sometimes you think, oh, if people know that I'm like fun and a nice girl, they might click on my music. Because, it is the world.
Marketing, really, isn't it?
It's the world we live in, actually.
It's marketing.
It is, and if if you've got a bit of personality, and actually your music's all right,
Got off a chance.
You'd hope for the best, wouldn't you? And then after that, I did actually meet Angie Brown, and at one of these fun like red carpet events, and she was so lovely, and she's still a dear friend to this day. And
Icon. House icon.
And I love her to bits. And she's so nice and so humble and so fun and so real. And we've got loads of mutual friends. She does a lot with like the Hot Radio that I work with in Poole and Bournemouth. And we've got loads of mutual. It's just mad. Everyone loves Angie. And,
100%.
yeah.
100%.
Have you met her?
In Amsterdam, for ADE.
In Amsterdam?
Yeah, she was,
She's amazing.
She's just, she's just got that energy about her, innit?
Right?
Just that.
But we're quite similar. I'm like a little Angie Brown, because she's like, whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, who let the dogs out?
It's mad, because we had a flash mob was playing, and he came and he goes, and one of the team was like, Angie Brown's here. And he's like, what? Angie Brown? Like, the Angie Brown? Like, and this is the thing, it's, when you see that reaction, it just shows, like, not just who she is as a singer and as a creative, but her as a person and the aura and the vibe, right?
Totally.
I see why now you guys connect.
Yeah, and she did, and she's always wanted to take me under her wing, and we were going to work on some more stuff, but it was complicated because the management would be her husband, but I already had management. So it just didn't really work out in it. And that was quite recently in Dubai, because they were sending me music to work on, but I wasn't going to just ditch my current producers and manager. And it just gets a bit, music, politics and stuff with splits and stuff. And so it's what it is. But she said, not for now, working on another one, but she says we'll always do something in the future. Cause
there's always a right time for these things. Yeah,
exactly. And she'll always be there to like point me in the right direction. Oh no, she did say to me actually, she says, get a good house EP. She says, I'll put it in front of the right people for you. Yeah, she's a babe.
There's your answer for you.
Yeah, exactly. So new music, coming soon. Yeah, he said not to do that actually. New music out now. Swipe up for nothing.
Health and fitness is a big one for you. I know you've mentioned it as before in your life in Dubai. Even with your morning routines as well. How crucial is health and fitness in the demands of the music industry right now, for everything that you're doing? How does it help you stabilise?
Well, it's mental health first of all. Yes, it's nice to get a smaller waist and a bigger booty, but mental health. Like endorphins, it is the best way to shift your vibration. If you're in a funky mood, you can't wait to feel like to move. You have to move to feel. So it is, people just, and it is hard with the world we live in, and people are depressed, and here's some pills. Actually, what they should be doing is putting them
going to your classes. That's what they should be doing.
Come here, Sammy K, karaoke spin class. That'll put a spring in your step. Depression, not me, not today. Do you know? And it should be, actually, we've got a free gym membership for you, and we're going to connect you with a fun, happy, positive Sammy K, like personal trainer, that's going to take you under the wing, hold your hand, and just allow you to feel good again, because you deserve to. And yeah, I definitely think more so for the mental health side of things, but fitness is it should be part of your identity. And I say that to clients, this is now who you are. It's not, oh, I need to go to the gym. It's not. This is just how I move, because this is my identity. And I think that could be a game changer if you are hating the gym just now.
From Dundee to Dubai to London to Bournemouth to everywhere, how would you describe your current chapter musically? What things are we working on?
Yes, so technically,
and how has the
I've
journey
got-
been as well? You know, as I said,
Well, it's the whole getting distracted, and I'm like, oh, something shiny. Oh, squirrel. And, you know, I haven't been diagnosed with...
have you seen any squirrels?
Oh, squirrel.
Squirrels in Dubai?
Squirrels are the way. No, just in general, I get distracted and I get channeled in, hyper-focused. And then it gets cold, for example, and then I'll just run away to Asia or Dubai. And then I put my music then goes on hold for a bit because I'll be doing covers, you know. But actually, I'm going to stay in the UK and finish this EP and just give it everything that I've got. And yeah, keep plugging the music, doing my own little music videos, collabing with other artists as well, and just building that brand, because this is 100% my North Star. So the vision is, we just finished our third track yesterday.
Oh, amazing.
Not got a name yet. Track one.
Track
three.
one. Track no name.
Yeah, exactly. Like your Autumn Garage, was it? Yeah.
Garage, yeah.
Out now. So yeah, focusing on the music and then hopefully being able to start gigging as Sammy K rather than simply Tina and Best of Divas tribute, which is, we are available for private functions and festivals would be fun as well. Festivals would be a vibe. You doing any festivals?
Dream festivals, dream collabs. You mentioned collabs. Any dream collabs that you'd love to do? We'd love to. Obviously, you've got Angie as well. Would be a dream collab for an EP or a single.
Ooh. Well, you know that Switch disco?
Yes.
They're banging.
Yeah.
They do. They've got a resident gig at Hot Rocks.
I think so,
What's
isn't it?
called?
Ibiza Rocks.
Ibiza Rocks,
Yeah.
sorry, that Hot Rocks is in Bournemouth. And I stayed there actually, and I think they're incredible. They're a vibe.
They
you
are.
know?
They bounce off each other, don't they?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I like their energy. People with energy, people that, because people have an aura, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
And you've got such a great aura. I mean, if we're allowed to shoot for the stars here, it's going to be Sonny Fodera. I saw him last year at Sandfest, also seen him a couple of times in Dubai. And MK was this year's Sandfest, and it was just amazing. Like those singing vocals on those tracks, they just bring me so much joy. And I just think that could be me.
Could or will?
That will be me. Hey, me and you are going to be the next duo. I think a collab with Dips is going to be the one, you know?
That's the answer I was waiting for.
Yeah, exactly. Let's reach for the stars together. Why not? You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So new EP as well, you mentioned briefly, didn't you? Off air, you mentioned it. What can you tell us about the EP?
So I have got 3 songs now, and just going to try and get another 3 in the bag.
Great.
And just going to, girls, guys, you got to be your own hype girl, you know, you got to celebrate yourself. We actually just watched the Kevin Hart roast, and he ended it with, you got to celebrate yourself. You got to be there for you. You know, because there'll be days where no one else will. So show up for you, celebrate yourself, be your own hype person, and fucking make it happen. You've wanted this dream. I've wanted this dream since I was about 5-6 years old. Since I could remember, I wanted to create music, perform, travel the world. And it's all starting to come together. So those voices of self-doubt, not today, honey. Because your empowered self is within you. So listen to that voice. Listen to your intuition. And yeah, manifest everything that you ever thought was possible and more.
Someone who's going to follow similar footsteps to you, going into the industry now, what would you say to them?
Consistency, perseverance, and just surrounding yourself. Because there is going to be dickheads in this industry. I've been very blessed. I haven't met any or many. People that might want to screw you over or take advantage of your talent or maybe use your vocals and not give you credit. And I think understanding that part as well. Because, we want to say yes, but also logistics, make sure you're getting credited and, make sure there's some black and white there as well to follow because it's quite easy. And it happened to Angie, didn't it? She was such an iconic, still is, but vocalist for these bangers, and she didn't get
credits.
And now she's got a label to help and support artists to not have to go down that road.
I think back then as well, there was a lot of contracts which were, nowadays would be unheard of. Pretty much signing your life away, and you're barely getting, peanuts. What does the 90s music mean to you growing up to it? How has it influenced with the records you're making now? The songs that you're singing?
I love it. Yep. And it's still, when I'm teaching my classes, it's you're freed from desires. You're free to do what you want to do. And sweet dreams are made of this. And they're just love it. And I think, doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 60, 70. And I've got, young hearts front. I've got all of that genre. And, but this is all the stuff that I sing. And Le Freak, all of the old school, you cannot help but smile and sing along bangers. But again, 90s house is definitely the one that I enjoy performing the most.
Singer-songwriters back then as well. They were at another level, like the lyrics that you hear in the house vocals as well. Very personable, very emotional. You can feel it, whether you're on a dance floor, whether you're just listening in your house, you can really feel the records. And I think that's what really drives me in terms of if you're going to make something, how are you making people feel, with the way you make people feel with your performances and, the way you sing, which is great. What's your view on singers in terms of how much credit they get?
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing that is really sad about the industry, and I know Angie Brown's story, and she speaks quite openly about it in interviews, and she has been, it's viral, she's an icon, but did she get the money and the royalties for a lot of that? No, and that's why she's got this label to protect other artists from that not happening to them. And I know that it's happened to so many other artists from that time, especially. It's
mad. There's a lot of contracts back then. If they're dished on the table now, it's completely unheard of. What is this? I know Gala, Freed from Desire. I mean, as we said, how many times has it been played? Since it's probably been played more now than it was, when it was released. And even when it was released, it was getting, caned every single country. And unfortunately, she's got the short stick and the short straw of the contract. And, she was saying in an interview that people think that I'm, on the beach and, having cocktails and living life. But reality is, she's in living with her mates in apartments in Brooklyn and going to different apartments. And it's shocking. It really is shocking. I
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's blown my mind.
Absolutely shocking. It's been used in drinks adverts now. Obviously, the World Cup's been on, so it's been played. But where's the royalties at? And it's such a shame. And I think there's a lot of independent labels now, which artists are doing. Singer-songwriters, DJs, producers, they're creating their own labels for not only just exposure but security. That they're aware of the terms. It's such a shame. Imagine writing an absolute banger like that, and it's continued for 30 years later, and your name is barely on it.
Yeah,
on the royalty side of things, that is.
Yeah, so definitely if you are new to the industry, make sure that you are getting credited, make sure you are going to get paid for your work, because at the end of the day, that's your, heart, blood, sweat, tears, passion. You need to know your worth and make sure that coin is coming in as well.
But on a positive note on it, when you make a banger, look how it's brought people together. When there's a big moment, Freed from Desire plays, full time, Freed from Desire plays, World Cups, darts, brunches, you name it, around the world. You know, you may not be able to speak English, but you know the lyrics of Free From Desire. You know, and I think that's the music is one thing. The music business, sadly, is another. Unfortunately, it does, you know, clash sometimes. You know, egos coming away. You know, people want more than, you know, what they should get, and all this bullshit. You know, and like I said, you know, some of the stories that you hear, it isn't great, but music is the best drug in the world. It brings so many people together, even when the artists, whether they're here or not, you know, they're still remembered. I think that's the power of music. You know, okay, the music business isn't great, but that really, you know, it's the record that really makes a difference, right?
100%.
To the community, to the greater landscape.
In the words of MJ, music is the international language. And I just love that. It is so true.
The universal language as well.
Is that what I was meant to say?
I think
Universal.
it's both. I think it's both. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and people will connect through a melody. Doesn't matter what culture, what background, what age. So yeah, I just love that.
Sam, it's been a pleasure. It really is. It's been amazing to hear your journey. The enthusiasm you put into everything you do, from music to your fitness to your singing to writing EPs to, you know, podcasting, acting, being in reality TVs and everything that you've done. You've gone in, you know, wholeheartedly, 100%. You know, anyone wants to say anything, you'll flip the script and be like, this is me. You're unapologetically you, and it's highly respected, and it's really good to see, you know, how people are around you and respect the work that you've put out. I can't wait to hear your EP, and I can't wait to see what happens for the rest of 2026. So best of luck. Keep doing what you're doing. It's been, you know, like I said, amazing to chat to you over the last 30 to 45 minutes. Keep the energy up, because as I said before, you know, you are most likely the most positive person on people's social media feeds right now. So keep it going. Now, we do have one last thing before you go. I mean, you've probably been wondering, what is this thing? We do have this shiny book. This book is it's the House Anthems Legacy line. And what it is, artists can write down a quote in this book, a quote which, something that's you've carried through your life, maybe something you thought of during this interview, maybe something you thought of during a gig or a certain situation that's happened to you. And so it'd be really cool to have your line, the legacy line, on this book. You can write it down after this.
Great.
And this will stay throughout House Anthems as long as I live.
Oh, love it.
But I can tell you actually that the previous guest, and they wrote something quite cool. And it said, a creative life is built, not found.
Love it.
What's your view on that?
Beautiful. Mine's is really similar.
Well, you can...
So I was going to say something that I've also got tattooed on me. And it is, we are the creators of our own universe. We have to create it. So it's so funny. It'll all be creative stuff. It'll be,
it's meant to be, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny. No, but I actually have that tattooed on me. And it's so easy sometimes to think, oh, yeah. Oh, if it was meant to be, then, you know, it would knock on my door. No, we need to knock on the fucking doors. We need to get out our comfort zone. We need to, feel the resistance, feel the pullback, because that's the only time you're going to take off. You need the resistance to fly. So just remember, whatever you are going through.
That's a quote in itself. Need a resistance to fly.
Isn't it? So it's spot on though, right? But yeah, whatever you're going through right now, remember it is just temporary, and without the hardships and the shitty times and the tears and the challenges, well, there would be no growth. So just remember, this is your resilience building chapter. The 2.0 version of you is coming, honey. And I say this in my guided meditation, and the you 5 years ago, this is for you too, would be so proud of the you are today. So rather than always striving and always externally seeking happiness through, I'll be happy when I get the stuff, the car, the house, the number one single, the number one podcast. Well, why don't we take a moment of gratitude and reflection to just realize how far you have come, and the you 5, 10, 15 years ago when you were a wee boy, wee girl. Oh my goodness, think of all of the things you've accomplished and achieved. Badass. Yes, celebrating you. Celebrate yourself. And be proud of the you are today.
And how can we celebrate you? What's the best way to follow you on the socials? What's the best way to hear your music? Plug it away.
Call 090-1115, press 1. I'm only joking. Don't do that because nothing will happen. On socials, I am Sam K, SAMKAY, official one. And on Spotify, again, it's just SAMKAY, but in one word because it's Sam K in one word, apparently. And I've got Toxic Love out there, Loving You on Spotify, Apple Tunes, YouTube, all of the things. And the podcast is the Third Way Podcast, which is about living life on your terms, not conforming to the society norm. If you're single, 40, want to travel the world solo, go to beach clubs with your besties, if you ever felt like you didn't fit in the box, honey, it's because you weren't supposed to. Find your joy, find your bliss, find your fulfillment, connect with those real authentic people that light up your fire and your soul. You're either energy drainers or energy radiators. Those energy radiators are there. Or just slide into my DMs. Let's grab a wee drink because I do like a spicy marg from time to time. And that's my socials, and that is it.
Sam, thank you so much. This has been amazing. It's been a laugh.
I'm not right.
Sam, thank you very much.
Me. Appreciate you. I've loved every second. You're right up my street. Let's make some music tips.
Let's do this.